Craig Curtis is an American actor, producer and filmmaker. Early life. Curtis was first introduced to show business as a 14-year-old runaway with the circus. He traveled throughout the country by train as a roustabout with Ringling Brothers, Clyde Beatty and Rudy Brothers circuses. Circus life was rough for roustabouts and laborers, and this helped Curtis develop a tough guy attitude that later prepared him for bad boy actor roles. He next traveled the racetrack circuit and worked with thoroughbred horses. He already had an affinity for horses, having learned to ride bareback growing up in the Adirondack Mountains. Curtis then moved to New York City, where he modeled for a major modeling agency, which booked him for commercials and photographic assignments, portraying him as a young all-American teenager. While in New York City, Curtis sold his life story about his circus and racetrack experiences to help pay his way through New York acting schools. He studied with Herbert Berghoff, Lee Strasberg, Private Class, The Neighborhood Playhouse, Mary Welsh, John Sticks and Don Richardson. Later, he moved to Hollywood, California, and studied acting with Robert Gist, Charles Conrad, Eric Morris, Nick Colasanto, Alfred Ryder and Stella Adler. Education. University of California at Los Angeles, UCLA. Curtis shot his first film as a student at UCLA, a 16mm nostalgic piece using Ford's Model A's and Model T's. He was awarded a producing internship on the Happy Days television show. University of Southern California, USC. Curtis earned a bar and a MFA, Master of Fine Arts, in film production from USC. He was awarded a CBS scholarship. He also worked as a tar for film directing and cinematography at USC, as well as a tar in film production at the USC Universal Studios summer program. While at USC, he attended the Actors Studio West's writer-director unit. Credits: film A Time for Killing, Bagnall, aka The Long Ride Home, UK. Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, White's Chauffeur. Sunrise at Campobello, Newsboy uncredited. The Great Northfield, Minnesota Raid, Chadwell. The New Interns, Mac uncredited. Delirium, Dr. Montgomery. Television, New York Armstrong Circle Theater. Deadline, guest lead, syndicated. Tallahassee 7000, lead role, syndicated. The Verdict Is Yours, reoccurring lead role, CBS Live TV. Los Angeles 77 Sunset Strip, Stranger Than Fiction, episode #2.29, Joey, ABC. Adam 12, Log 91, You're Not the First Guys Had the Problem, episode #1.5, Frank's Paw, NBC. Adam 12, Log 124 Airport, episode #2.18, Gerald Rogers, NBC. Alfred Hitchcock Presents, The Woman Who Wanted to Live, Rook, NBC. Bonanza, Gallagher's Sons, Western, episode #4.11, Tully, NBC. Bonanza, The Reluctant Rebel, Western, episode #7.11, Sport, NBC. Bourbon Street Beat, Deadly Persuasion, episode #1.31, Ben Smith, ABC. Combat, Ask Me No Questions, episode #4.22, Private. Feature, ABC. Emergency, An English Visitor, episode #3.4, Nick, Driver of Overturned Truck, NBC. General Hospital, original cast, regular, Eddie Weeks, ABC. Gunsmoke, Dead Man Law, Western, episode #13.17, Sunny, CBS. Hank, My Fair Coed, episode #1.13, Randall, NBC. My Favorite Martian, Horse and Buggy Martin, episode #3.29, Arnold O'Reilly, CBS. My Three Sons, The Ugly Duckling, episode #2.40, Charlie Willard, ABC. O'Hara, U.S. Treasury, Operation Mr. Felix, episode #1.20, The Prize Fighter, CBS. Outlaws, The Little Colonel, Western, episode #1.25, Ben, NBC. Paradise Bay, reoccurring role, Chuck Lucas, NBC. Peyton Place, reoccurring role, ABC. Ripcord, Airborne, Gordon Cox, syndicated Ziv. Saints and Sinners, A Taste of Evil, episode #1.13, Chicky Reardon, NBC. Stony Burke, Kincaid pilot, spin-off, episode #1.28, Tommy, ABC. Tate, The Reckoning, Western, Matty, NBC. The Clear Horizon, original cast regular, Greg Selby, CBS. The Fall Guy, 8-Ball, Fingerman, ABC. The Legend of Jesse James, Western, pilot and reoccurring role, ABC. The Young Marrieds, reoccurring role, ABC. The Twilight Zone, The New Exhibit, episode #4.13, Sailor, CBS.